Oh, shit. Moose, that is not an appropriate size stick to throw. I promise you it's not. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Go get it. Go get it. Okay. Oh, it's been way too long. My butt is cold. Holy crap. Fix my shoes up. Oh, it's not over. This is just a lull in the storm. It's still going for the next 4 or 5 days after this. No sun, no nothing. This is just a reprieve, a very short reprieve. And it's still freaking cold out. It's sunny. It's minus like 15. And I just have power. Yeah, so this is what it looks like here. There's actually those aren't rabbit tracks either. Those are weasels. There's a little white weasel living under my camper, and a little red-headed jerk living in the camper. Oh, she's fine. She's living it up, living her best life, trying to kill me, that kind of deal. Holy crap, this dog. Ugh. Whoa. It went down to negative, not last night, the night, yeah, it was negative 30, 35 with the wind chill. That is too cold for my ass to be on like this. No, I am not sitting down like that. That is too cold. That is way too cold. So negative 35 with the wind chill. And it was like that yesterday and the day before. Or like last night into today. And yeah, doesn't matter. It was negative 34 when this happened. I was in bed. She sleeps in there with me. She likes to sleep under the blankets. And sometimes she'll get up to go get a drink of water. Enjoy her stuff. And at this time, unfortunately, the power ran out on the camper. And in negative 20, the generator won't start. I had been sleeping for a few hours, so the power ran out. And the built-in heater stopped working. So the temperature dropped. It was at least negative 20 in the camper. And I had been asleep for hours under the blanket. She got up to eat or drink or whatever. Decides to come back into bed, which was smart. Tries to climb under the blankets. Rips all the blankets off me, curls up underneath them, right down on her side, leaving me completely exposed. She's all fine, wrapped up in the blankets. And me, I wake up violently shivering at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, near hypothermic. I had to get my ass dressed really quickly and walk quickly up and down the road here just to get my body temperature back up. Oh, I've got my heat figured out now. I got all the things I needed for it settled. I needed to get I have a specialized mini heater. I posted a few pictures about it, and I've got it. I just needed a specialized hose to connect the propane tank to it, which I'm leaving running when I'm lacking power in the camper. Per pound of propane, that thing is so efficient. Per pound of propane, even on the lowest setting, it keeps the camper warm, like really, really warm at negative 35. I used it last night. And it burns about 22 hours per pound of propane you use. I've been testing it out with the small single-use propane tanks. No. Honestly, up here like this, I feel weak. I've survived more. I feel like I've gone soft, is what I should be saying. I've gone soft. I've done some pretty hardcore shit. Living in a damn tent, -40. I legit feel like I've gone super soft. There's some moose tracks. There's a bird. And I'll show you what saved my life, honestly, before I got the situation in the camper figured out, because this thing here isn't perfect. This thing here isn't near perfect. But I've got it mostly insulated on the inside. There's a lot more work I need to do with it. But this little cabin I built here with the wood stove in it saved my life on a couple nights. Because I got the big ass wood stove, right? And all this beautiful cut wood. And we'll put popper head in right now. And like the wood stove keeps you alive, and I'm using it for storage. And yeah, this cabin here really just kept me going. Helped me get through some of the rough nights when the power was really freaking low. Come on, Moose! Where'd you go? Oh, where's my dog? And yeah, that's what she looks like out here. She's having the time of her life. I'll throw it. That is an awfully big stick moose. I threw it that way. Bears do and do not exactly hibernate. Like black bears, they're not just gone for the winter. Hibernation, as you think it, is a misconception. They're not just sleeping the entire winter. Yeah, they find a place to hunker down in, but they still do get up and do some foraging in the winter. So yes, they are hibernating, but they're always still active. I'm waiting for my neighbor. I want to go to town. This damn seat here needs to get wiped off, or I'm going to freeze my ass. Where's the brush? Did I just use the ice brush? Get the ice off my chair. Come on. Ah, shit. Double shit. Fuck. Shit. I broke the ice scraper. Oh, I've got power now. It doesn't really matter now. I've got a solution for when the power is not non-existent. So I'm fine. It's just getting to this point. A lot of the skills I learned when I was living in the bush, homelessly during the winter, they just don't translate. They just don't translate at all. Especially now, it's not just me, it's the dog, right? It's not just me I'm worrying about. I just can't grab a bunch of tarps to cover myself and be fine. I gotta worry about that little shit. Oh, no Bigfoot, except for me. I'm the biggest foot around. And my butt is frozen. Oh, shit. And my butt is frozen. No, I'm the biggest foot around here. Oh, shit. But even right now, it's beautiful. I got the sun out so it doesn't feel as cold. It's still like negative 15. See? If it wasn't so bright out, you'd see all the fog. And the dog, she's built for this weather. She's having the time of her life. Who the fuck is that? Come on, Aubrey, please turn here. Please turn here. Come down here. I need to talk to you. Oh, you suck. Northern Ontario. I'm way up in Northern Ontario. Like, this is what it looks like. With the wind chill, we've already had nights down to negative 35. That's honestly, it can be pretty brutal. But I'm still surviving. Oh, not queso. You're probably like the 400 or 500 person to call me queso. I am not queso. I am a homesteader, I guess you'd call me. I do live in a camper, but I did build that little cabin there that looks like a shambles. And Rain, how you doing? No, I've got the situation fixed with the heat. I got myself a small little. Honestly, I hate Temu. I hate it, but I got it from them. Can't get Amazon deliveries here, but for some reason I get Temu. A small, like, not a buddy heater. It's a round one that has heat from all sides. That works really well. 20 hours per pound of propane. Kept me warm last night when it went down to, with the wind chill, negative 30, negative 35 even. And I was fine. Plus, in there, what I've done is I've kind of yurted the inside. You know, traditional Tibetan yurts use fabric on the inside for insulation. I got like 30 blankets from the thrift store for $20. Like Mennonite made quilts and that stuff. And there are a double layer on all the walls and the ceiling and the floor, plus the electric blankets on the floor. So it really, really keeps the heat inside. I already have one of those, man. I've got a small one. There's a problem with it, though. With the small ones, you have to put very small pieces of wood in it. You can't really load it up that much. And what you can put in there burns out in 15 minutes. You have to keep stocking the tent stoves every 15 minutes. That's not a feasible thing to do. Get up every 15 minutes to stock wood in there when I have to sleep for 6 hours when I need to sleep. I have one in there in the camper that I use during the day when I am not asleep, and I can just go and feed it. But at nighttime when I have to sleep, that's the problem. So that's why I've got the propane so I can sleep. New World Soul, winter is already here. Winter has already been kicking my butt. Dean Cole 482. This is Northern Ontario. I think I'm closer to the North Pole than I am to the U.S. If you know where Timmins, Ontario is, Google it. I'm about an hour and a half drive north of Timmins. No, but honestly, I've got a bunch of wood burning stoves too. I've got the one in this damn thing I built. I guess you can call it a cottage. I've got the tent one, and I've got this little one here. I also have a massive one, but that one's put away. I am not the ginger has no soul kid. I'm only half a ginger. I have half a soul at least. You got to give me that much. I'm only half ginger. When I had hair, it was brown, but now it's going white. So up here was brown, and down here has always been red. Not ginger, it was red. It's just losing color. So I guess I'm losing my soul. I don't know. I can take the jokes. You're not stealing that coffee cup. You're just trying to steal. I use that to pour salt on the panels. And my dog really desperately wants it for some reason. She wants whatever she's not supposed to have. And she's looking at me like she's very smug about it too. You're not taking it. She's living her best life, you know, trying to get me killed. Doing whatever she can to freeze me to death. Oh, thank you, man. Oh, yeah, well, I cannot pronounce your name. Inanka? It is beautiful up here. Snowy as heck. But I'm not much of a photographer. I can take a halfway decent picture. If anybody skilled came up here with a camera, they would get a lot of beautiful, beautiful photographs. Because it is very beautiful here. I'm pretty good at taking pictures of the dog, though. She's very photogenic. Oh, you little shit, you got it! No, you get back here! Hey, Kev, morning. But, I'm glad I'm up here now. Yeah, there's a lot of hardships. It's a very, very hard life. But even with the hardships, it's fulfilling, it's rewarding. And I got Moosey Moo. She gave it back to me. You're not supposed to steal that moose. That's important. I need it. Ed, good morning, Kev. Oh, I'm really hoping my neighbor comes back sometime soon. I'm out of water. I need to get to town to fill up. That's another thing. Like, the one thing that sucks about this now, the access to the spring is completely shut off. It's impossible to get down there with the water containers. You have to park at the side of the highway, walk for about 5 minutes down the road, trudging through snow, carrying your water jugs, and then you got to go down the pathway for another 5-10 minutes in even deeper snow to the spring where you fill up your jugs, and then you got to get them out. And it's just not feasible. So now I'm waiting for my neighbor to head to the to town. And the laundromat in town has well access, and she lets us fill up our 5-gallon buckets for $1 a shot. So, oh, thank you very much, Torrin. And again, I'm glad for the new people that are been tuning into the channel. It's been crazy, honestly. In the last 5 days, I've gained 1,400 new subscribers. Not even a week. I've been able to check here and there when I have power and internet access, which this hasn't been often. Yeah. And yeah, things have been going okay. How do I put this? I don't know what's happened. I think it's on one of my old shorts that have been getting put out there. It's really going to help out this year for December's YouTube payment. It'll give me a nice Christmas. Hello, Jennifer. Last week I was only able to get from the spring 2 of my 5-gallon containers filled. And I drink a lot of water. I can power through those in about a week, maybe by myself and the dog. I'm a water drinker. I'm a hydro homie. But yeah, I love the winter. You get to see all the animal tracks. Like even where I'm sitting right now, there's this white weasel that has been coming by. These are weasel tracks. He's been living under the camper and hunting in the bush there for mice. I saw him a couple times at nighttime. I like the guy. I really want to give him a pat on the head. Oh, I'm not Queso. You can call me Queso as long as it comes with his money, because that dude knew how to sell himself. Playing a character of himself. And made a fortune because of it. So you can call me Queso. You guys got to give me his money. Oh, the other thing is my wind walls here have been working beautifully. These things to collect the snow, they have been really pushing the wind up and over the camper. Because from this direction right here, I get these really high winds that blow across the tail end of the camper. This thing here as well has been helping block the winds, so not so freezing to death at nighttime. I would love to befriend the weasel. Like, he's white, he's so cute. I wanna be his friend. I want him to live on my shoulder. I want him to be best friends with my dog. I want him to ride on my dog's back into battle. This is Northern Ontario. Yep. This is very North Ontario. If you know where Timmins is? That is the closest major city to me, and that's still an hour and a half south of me. I'm about an hour and a half north of Timmins. Oh, I never have my phone with me. That's the problem. I've had no power on my phone till I've had enough sun time over the last 7 days to run the internet for a total of 3 hours, total over 7 days, and charge my phone to 5% while I'm using the internet. My phone has been dead. I've had like zero power. I've read through all my books. I'm fortunate enough. I got one of those. They're being advertised on YouTube a lot now. Those little clone consoles, those little retro consoles they're calling them, that just have a bunch of emulators on it for like Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, PlayStation. I picked one up off of Alibaba, and I've been keeping that charged with my power bank for something to do. And I've been playing all my old favorite retro classics. I've been playing a little bit of Pokemon Fire Red. I didn't want to play the original Pokemon Red because I always cheat in that game, and I don't want to have the option to cheat. And I've been playing Legend of Dragoon. Smooth Rock Falls. Yeah, Smooth Rock Falls is that's still 3 hours south of me, my friend. That's still 3 hours south. By the way, you're never gonna buy a house in Smooth Rock Falls either. The cheapest, even up where I am, the cheapest built house you can find is like still $600,000 or more. It's Ontario. No matter where you go, it's gonna be a lot. But if you're willing to come up this far and you look for land that is on it's unrecognized land, like I'm on here, you can get maybe 10 to 30 acres for $10,000 with no house on it. Like here, I'm on an off-grid homesteading community. They're right in my area here. There is one, two, three, four of us here year round. I'm going to say they're here year-round, too. They're just picking their stuff up in Toronto. Plus, part-timers, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 part-timers who are here when it's nice out, and then they F off. That's down in this area. Plus, up there, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more full-timers. Yeah, well, honestly, yurts are not a bad idea. Hey, Tegan. Oh, Hawaii Island, no. Ontario is something else, man. Try going to Toronto, the cheapest. We're saying this building is condemned. You cannot live in it. And it's maybe the size of a camper. It's still going to cost you $2.5, $3 million. Moosey Moo, come here. Where'd you go? My dog has disappeared. She's being bad. Hey, Moosey Moo! Don't make me come find you. Where the heck did you go? Where the heck is she? You little jerk! You had me worried. You were hiding under the camper. Were you hunting? Were you hunting for them mice? Are you proud of yourself? Did you get anything? Nothing. Ah. And even even Northern Ontario it's impossible to buy here. That's Alberta, though. I have not seen anything about Bigfoot in the area. Seen a few moose and bears. I did have an alien encounter. Well, I don't want to call it an alien encounter because I don't know what the fuck it was. But, yeah, about April, May. The end of May, I was outside. My camper was on the road here. And through these trees here at the top, I saw this light weaving through the top of the trees like a ball of light. That ball of light stops and goes through the ground, then splits open into 9. And they just sit there. Now, they're not really moving. They're in a stationary position. And this all happened on the live stream, too. So you can call me a bullshitter. This happened on live stream. I have to find it. The lights are on the ground, and then, they close up, and then they shoot off, and they're gone. So, aliens. Up here, I've also saw what I'd call a shadow person in the backwoods, right where the aliens were. I saw a shadow person walking through the woods. Not only that, I had something in the woods trying to call me into the woods, which scared the shit out of me. Come to find out, there's an area back there that is a large circular area where no trees grow. They used to use as the old animal dumping ground, I guess you'd call it. Burial ground. Because this area used to be a very large 300-acre farm. And I guess that's where they dumped their dead and diseased animals to get rid of the carcasses. And, yeah. It scared the shit out of me. Again, I got that on video, too, is the shadow person just walking through that small little area. Didn't get the thing trying to call me into the woods. It knew my name. I've also had I got a story for you. Like, right at Halloween, I had a clown encounter. That little prick. I still have to get him back. I'm just waiting for the right time. My neighbor over here, he's got a bunch of kids. You see the camper way over there? They've got like 4 campers there. That's my neighbor Ben. He's got a son who's like 13. And a younger son who's like 8, and a daughter who's like 4. They're good kids. Actually, I've lent his oldest son the PlayStation. He's got that now. He's been using that. He's been all happy. Fucking the day before Halloween, 7 o'clock in the morning, before the school bus came to pick him up, I hear bang, 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 bang on my camper door. I don't like knocking. That scared the shit out of me. It puts me into PDS, spinned out. It's horrible. But I heard the banging at the camper. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Grab my pants, put my pants on, put my shirt on, open the camper door out, see who's out there. There's nobody there. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Then in the back there, right back here, in the bushes, a clown stands up, and it scared the shit out of me. Frickin' him and his two siblings were going to dress to school as scary clowns. And his idea was, let's go scare the shit out of the neighbor. And it worked. And yeah, I still have to get my revenge for that. The revenge is I'm waiting for the right day because I've got permission to do it from his parents. They're okay with me doing it because the kid's got his own little camper over there. It's his room. On a weekend, so I don't disrupt him for school, like 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to take my chainsaw without the chain on it, get it started up, walk over to his place, start banging on the door, wake him the fuck up, and scare the shit out of him. Really traumatize a little shit to get my revenge for what he did to me. Oh yeah, Dave, I owe him my revenge. I told his parents I'm gonna get him back. I told his parents it's the plan, and the parents said do it anytime you want. I'm just waiting for the right time for him to really forget what he's done, and just get a day when he's not going to school on the weekend. And I want to traumatize him. I want to be the cause of $150,000 worth of future therapy bills. I want to just scar this kid for life. None that I've heard of Wendigo. The most I've heard of are just up the street, like this way, about 15 kilometers north on the Crown Land area. Crown Land is equivalent to a BLM land in the States. There's been a lot of like disappearances over the years that people just go there and then it's like they're never heard from again. Like they walk in there with a group of people and the group of people are going this way and this guy says, I'll be just a second. They look away for a second, look back, and the guy's just gone and never seen again. No trace, just gone. And there's one of those just not too far that happens a lot. That's happened a lot. What? Are you asking if I'm out hiking while my husband is at work? I, I, I'm glad you think I could nail my, grab myself a nice old husband and stuff like that. I'm very glad they think of that of me. Unfortunately, I don't. I've got an ex-wife, and I'm probably never going to date again because I'm still very traumatized and emotionally scarred from what she did. But I'm still very thankful you think I could grab me a nice husband. Not far enough for polar bears, but there are polar bears here. There's a polar bear sanctuary in the town of Cochrane, which isn't too far from here. Yeah. Oh, maybe Snow is just wondering if there's a chance. Like, maybe I could make him a pretty little wife. Look, my guy, I don't know why people think they do it a lot. Usually the trolls come in here and they come in with, ooh, you're gay or something to do with homosexuality, and I just honestly don't see that as an insult. You can call me what you want. Like, I don't see a person's sexual orientation as an insult. Calling a person gay is, you know what? I don't give a shit. I don't care who you want to fuck, who you want to fuck. That's it. As long as you're not hurting another human being, I don't give a fuck. And I'm not insulted by it. Heck, back in my heyday, so I wasn't always a big guy. I've had, the nice muscles. I've had the six-pack legit before I got sick. I've got MS, multiple sclerosis. that doesn't matter. And I've had a guy, try to pick me up in a bar. I can freely admit that. I'm not like, oh, gonna get all, you gay guy, you can't do this to me, and throw a punch. You know what I say? I'm flattered, and I'm genuinely flattered. You think I'm attractive enough to hit on? Unfortunately, you don't got the right. You got too many moving parts for me, sir. Uh, but still, I would never be insulted by that. And when people try to use sexuality as an insult, it just shows their maturity level. It shows that they never really grew up from being 7 years old. They're 40 years old and they're freaking still 7 years old in their head. Yeah, I'm further north than Sudbury or North Bay now. I'm like 6 hours north of Sudbury and North Bay. Oh, it's not over yet. We just got a break in the snow today, and it's not too much, not too bad. Maybe a foot and a half, 2 feet, if that. Um, it, well, I've got my meds now, and I'm keeping to them, but I find my body works a lot better in the cold. Even with my meds, on like the summertime, I'm going through hell. I'm in pain every single day. I'm having trouble walking. In the cold like this, I've got no pain. I'm having no problems. I'm going through my hikes to the woods. That would be great, but the problem with Amazon is I can't get Amazon deliveries here. I've tried to get Amazon deliveries. I've tried to order things off of Amazon a lot. Like I tried to order new clothes from them, and it just doesn't work. It always just gets sent back. The only thing I've been able to get delivered here from a company is stuff from Temu, and it sucks because I hate Temu. Yeah, Sudbury has the nickel in it. It's comp. So what I'm doing right now for work is I've been making money from a guy down the street. I get it once a month, where I just install a bunch of solar panels on his place. I was hopeful to start at a hunting store, but he hasn't opened up this year. He's not opening up this year, so I'm making about let's say 500-600 bucks a month off of the guy helping install some solar panels on tiny homes, and that's more than enough that I need. Like, plus this month is going to be a very sweet month for me. I had one of my older videos go off in the algorithm, and right now this month's for my December payout of YouTube, it's almost near $400 just from ad revenue, and I'm hoping it keeps going up every day. I could jump on the train. There's going to be a train yard stop right by the property too in about 5-10 years. Yes, it actually stopped. They stopped there. The loading train stopped there for the Northland expansion. They got a gravel yard there. I could jump on the train and ride the rails all the way down to Toronto if I wanted. Eh, yeah, man. It's just as bad where I am than it is in Alberta. I'm far northern Ontario, so we're probably on the same longitude. yeah, that little shit. Nah, that guy has never jumped on a train in his entire fucking life. Ugh, no, he's that person you're talking to is jealous about everything. Like, he's got the hate out for me because I don't know why my channel did it better than him. I snuffed him off when he tried to join my Discord, and I saw him as a freaking, you know, please, sir, can I have some more? Kind of person. And rather 8948, how you doing? But like honestly, the way I live, I don't need much up here. I know exactly how much I need to survive. I need to put away $200 every month, which I do every single month from when I go work for the guy. He hands me $500 cash. That's my month there. I put $200 of that away. Then I got $300. I usually use that for supplies, and whatever I get from YouTube and everything else goes for more supplies, or I don't want to call them luxury items because they're not luxury, but things like more reliable power situation, stuff like that. Thank you, Dead North TV. I'm Dead North, and if you're in Ontario, I'd give you an invite to come for a visit. Give it a couple weeks. We'll do some. Month. About second week of January, we'll go do some ice fishing. Hey, I live right there. I live on a homestead now. I am not homeless. Haven't been homeless for a very long time, since March. This is. I've got licensed half an acre of land, way northern Ontario. Ooh, northern Ontario, like 6 hours north of Sudbury. Northern. Timmins area, not Timmins area, like an hour and a half north of Timmins. But it's actually funny. Not funny. It's horrible. I finally made it to Timmins for the first time. I went down with one of the neighbors a week ago, a day before the snow hit the ground. You're not doing this, Moose. Fine. I get it. Okay? Are you happy now? She wanted up on my shoulders. Timmins was the... Holy crap, Jennifer. Holy crap. I saw a lot when I was in Toronto on the streets. I saw a real lot. I saw so much. We had a guy who was camped out down near my camp that we called Powder Man because he was always on fentanyl. He was always craving that powder, where he would get his government check and spend it on the powder. I saw a lot of crap near Gerrard Square and all that stuff in Toronto, and I saw it in Sudbury. Sudbury is also go up pretty damn bad. She's running in circles and jumping up on me. But Timmins is a whole other story. Timmins is scary. There's a thrift store in Timmins we stopped off at, first thing, parked in the back. And what's the first thing I see? There's three obviously homeless people sitting against the back park. So you park behind the building, they're sitting along the back wall, all hunched over like this. They're obviously tripping balls. But you know what? Whatever. I think it's a one-off. Left there. Went into the thrift store. Walked around with my neighbor for a bit. It got too hot in there for me, so I went outside. And right outside the door where we come in, there is a garage door for their loading and another business entrance to the right, and to the left is a loading door, or whatever you want to call it. And sitting on the loading door is now there's a woman with her coat over herself and a man on the other side, right at the corner. Freaking got a crack pipe in his thing, smoking. I assume fentanyl because that's what the drug of choice is now. plus a damn dealer to the right of me standing at the storefront dealing with like 3 other people. And I'm like, ooh, this is not a nice town. This is not a nice town. And you drive everywhere. I think the homeless population is like, for every 5 regular house people, there's at least one addicted homeless person. It's that scary. Then we did the shopping, and we hit up Walmart because he needed to pick up a new laptop. And I walked in there. It's too crowded for me. I don't do well in crowds. So I just walk around, and I see a small trail going off into the woods, and I'm like, I'm comfortable in the woods. I don't want to be around people. Let's go take a quick hike while he stays in Walmart for the next 2 hours. Start walking down the pathway, get down there for like maybe 30, 40 seconds, and I see a very familiar sight of an encampment. You can always tell an encampment. You see those damn blue tarps, blue tarp nation, you want to call it. I saw those tarps and took a real good look, and there's like 10, 15 structures back there. This is right by a busy freaking Walmart, and you see all the drug paraphernalia on the ground and the state of the place, so you know it's not just a bunch of regular people trying to survive, that it's a group of addicts living there. You just stop in your tracks, you back out, and they say, oh, fuck, not today. Super Gang, yes, I know Gerrard Square. I'm a Toronto boy, born and raised. I used to walk down to Gerrard Square every single day when I was in high school with a girlfriend I had, who lived by Donlan Station. We used to walk down. I don't remember the road's name, but we walked right from her place down to the Gerrard Square, and like Gerrard Square itself has gotten bad. Last time I was there, oh, she was cracked out of her mind too. Well, there's a liquor store and a McDonald's right by Gerrard Square. There were a bunch of people leaning over. You know the drug lean, the trank lean. They're literally lean over right into their freaking knees, standing up, and they'll do that for hours. They're all up and down by the liquor store, and this woman was cracked out of her mind. In front of the Gerrard Square in the main entrance, there's this woman standing out there just screaming at everybody going by, and all she's wearing are these very bright yellow suspended fishing waders. Like they look like overalls, but they're for fishing. They're made out of rubber. No shirt on, freaking tits flying in the wind, just screaming at everybody in his bright yellow branded Twisted Tea. So I've seen a lot of shit. Anyways, that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. I don't have to think about that stuff anymore. I just know I won't go back to Timmins. I'm safe away from all that shit. Nothing can hurt me here. I have no way of getting kicked off here. This is my spot. Pumpkin eater. Oh, well, just chilling outside and having a chat with everybody like I like to do. Especially now that I've got this beautiful sun and I'm generating power. No. See, there's. I want to put it this way. With addicts, I don't hate addicts. I don't hate people who are addicted at all. I will never hate them. I have no respect for them. But that being said, that doesn't mean, anything. I have a lot of respect for former addicts, people who get clean and do the work to stay clean. I have a lot of respect for those people. There's always an addict can redeem themselves. An addict can get clean. They can change. And when they do, I have a lot of respect for them. And I never want to completely discount anybody, because there is a chance that an addict can get out of it. So there's that. But what I really feel sad of is the people who don't have the choice of being homeless. Like when the parents kick their kid out at 18 and the kid doesn't know where to go or shit like that. Because I saw a lot of that when I was homeless. Oh, Isaac, nah. Canada is just horrible. See, the thing is queso, not really. I get it, maybe the red in the beard a little bit. I get Action Bronson more than I get queso. We've got that here. But the red beard, I know, really gives me a queso look. Again, I said this a few times now, is you can call me queso, just make sure it comes with his money. Give the stream a like if you think I'm queso, you know? Push me out there, help me make boost me in the algorithm. Let me make some of that sweet YouTube monetization ad revenue. Woo! Actually, what's really cool that I can't say is a sure thing yet, but it's a might be thing, because I've done a lot of work to get this. But Reynoldsy is a solar company. They make really good products. And they do it every season, an advertisement campaign. They do stuff with a bunch of creators and whatnot. I applied for it and I didn't get it, because this one is for people who have an RV. The next one that they're doing is for homesteaders. And I give them the whole link to my channel and let them know who I am. They went through it. They love my story. And I'm like, when the next campaign starts, I believe they're going to be including me into that, because they like my story and probably sending me a whole bunch of shit. With that, it's not only a red beard. I've a bald head, somewhat brown hair, nice lot of white hair, a red beard, and always a bald head. Well, you gotta grow a beard. Yeah, honestly, if you're living in the woods, like in the cold like this, a beard should be a year-round routine. You should make sure you have a nice fuzzy beard, keeps your face warm. That beard's good for you. Do I have any pets? I wouldn't really call her a pet. I would call her my owner. I think in our relationship, I am the pet. That's what I flip the camera around to do. No, that one is in complete control of everything that happens in my life. You're not jumping up. See, right now she's telling me that she wants this oversized stick throwing, and I have no choice. You have a good one, Jennifer. Okie dokie, Roadrunner. How you doing? Oh, yeah, that one there. That's the cabin. That's my home, which is a lot warmer than the cabin now that I've done all the work with the blankets. But that cabin has a really big wood-burning stove in it. Get that going. That thing is good down to negative 60. It is strong. Do I? Yep. Completely off grid. That's my power. That's my internet. Right there. That's my face. During the summer, not so much. Even when the weather's like this, not so much. I'll go through hikes in the woods as far as I can. So I've got multiple sclerosis, so mine are limited. I do have snowshoes, so my traveling distance can be limited because of the MS. I always find something to do. I'll go fishing. I'll build something. I'll do some bushcraft. Like my main project this year, keeping me busy, was that cabin. Now that it's winter and I'm out a little bit less, besides chopping wood, I've got books at the thrift store that I go to. They sell as many books as you can carry, even in a bag, for $1. So I've got a couple hundred books in there that I'm slowly making my way through. Just random books. I even got some of those, whatchamacall them. I don't want to call them romance books, but they're girl porn. They're the girl porn books. Porn for the girls. Some of them are really well written. They really they know how to write their characters very well, which is freaking weird for a porn book. I'm not supposed to get emotionally attached to these characters, are you? But and I've got one of those retro gaming handhelds that I've been using a lot of. Chris, I do a little bit of whittling. I'm not that good at it. I used to be able to carve a bit. I've lost that skill. I'm trying to get into it. But I've been doing a lot of pottery, actually. So this land here is fantastic. I've got this rich, beautiful earth underneath the snow, but mixed in there is so much beautiful gray clay. The most beautiful clay you've ever seen. And I've been harvesting that through the summer and processing it. So I still got about 50 pounds of clay in there that I've been processing and ready to use. I collected a bunch of, iron sand from the spring, and mix it in there to do some terracotta pottery. And I do a little bit of pottery to keep myself busy. But the one thing I did do is, with my little heater I took a small cast iron pan that stays on the heater at all times, because you can also cook on the heater, and filled that up with a mixture of clay and iron sand mixture, packed it in there, and I leave that on top of the heater, and that mixture there, collects all the heat that the heat's going up, gets nice and hot, and stays really, really hot for a long time, keeping my place a little bit warmer, wasting less of the heat that I'm putting out there. I don't smoke weed, but pumpkin eater. Honestly, I have no problems with weed. It's good for a lot of people. I have quite a few friends who need the weed, helps them function better. It chills them out, and it's good for them. It doesn't do that for me. It puts me into full paranoia. It's not a good time for me. Yeah, I've been enjoying the pottery. The next thing I want to try doing, though, is I want to get a few hay bales, and I want to try building some cob walls. So what's the goal for this winter is to go into the backwoods and start harvesting nice big logs. My neighbor threw down a bunch of logs for me already that I'm going to use. But I want to harvest a bunch of logs, big 20-footers, and in springtime build an old school log cabin. And I want to experiment with cob walls. And that'll probably be my project from spring to summer. I've got the wood now. We've got it pretty much built that I've been working on up at my neighbor's place. We just built an ice fishing shack, and that's going to be used for ice fishing. What else would you use an ice fishing shack for? You're not going to use it for snowmobiling. Jesus. Well, jellyfish attack, it doesn't do that for me. For you, yeah. For everybody's a little bit different. For me, it just, one puff of the weakest stuff, I green out, and then everybody's out trying to kill me, But besides that, Not much else. I've also been doing a little bit of writing. I've been doing a tiny bit of writing from my experience of day one being homeless to the final day of being homeless. I went through a lot, and I just been working on all the stories that I went through while being homeless. And I might send it off to an editor, see what happens with it. Well, Jellyfish Attack, thank you very much. The sun is out, so it is nice. It's still cold. It's like minus 12. But it is nice. Maybe 3 days. Not even that. Quite literally, we just used particle board and 2x4s. We had all the tools up at his workshop. Two of us putting it up, putting some simple walls up. It's not that big. Oh, thank you very much, Jellyfish. You're freaking awesome. I'm not on anything. I've just been writing it out in my notes. I wouldn't say I'm not a gamer. I wouldn't say I play games, just nothing that would be worth streaming. Like, I like the old school stuff. I've been playing a little bit of Legend of Dragoon on that. I got one of those clone consoles, and I love Legend of Dragoon. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll tell you right now, I'm not here for those things, the supers. You don't got to give me supers. Don't got to do any of that. I'm surviving up here. What's better is just giving me if you want to give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs up as well. And I'd like the super chats is for just if you got a real question that you want answered right now, do the lowest amount, which I think is like 25 cents, so I can see that right up front and you get your question answered faster. But even then, I like it as a tool. What's better is just liking the stream or liking one of my videos or hyping that video helps even more because I'm now actually making somewhat survivable money off of YouTube. Like this month, I think it'll break $400 just from the ad revenue. Oh, Roadrunner, I want to do more. Actually, now that I'm not going to be using as much wood, I think I'm going to go bring out maybe a full cord of wood from the back bushes and get a nice big bonfire going one of these days when I have power at nighttime. Well, yeah, no, that's again, this is a very recent thing. Like before, through ad revenue, I've always, since I got monetized, there hasn't been a month I haven't broke $100, and that's the minimum payout. This month's payout is kind of crappy. It's $150, but the month for the money I made this month that gets paid out on the 21st of December will be roughly, I'm gonna guess about $400. I didn't buy the land. It's licensed. It's a lot of it's a different than owning it. I've got a lifetime license for it, and it's only a half an acre. I've got a neighbor. Okay, you see that tree right there? That's where my property line ends, and my neighbor starts, and that's my neighbor's place right here. And it goes from here, so it goes from maybe 2 feet away from that building. So about 2 feet from that building to a little bit. You see the ass of that car right there? Right about there. So it's not a big lot. It stretches further back than anything. It stretches a little bit further back to the tree line there. It's longer than it is wider. But what more do I need? Like honestly, What more do I need than that? I've got 300 to 400 acres of woods I can walk through, plus all the crown land behind me. What more do I need? Oh, it's all crown land. Uh, Maybe a kilometer, 2 kilometers that way where I go fishing. Everything at that pond, the start of that pond, the lake, for a couple, like 100 kilometers, it's nothing but crown land. It's so much crown land. And yeah, like, even then, if I want to go fishing, I just gotta walk for maybe a 45 minute, about an hour and a half walk to the fishing spot. I had an e-bike, but it's dead. I had a seizure. Well, so I've got MS, but I also have seizures randomly. They're non-epileptic. I had one when I was riding the bike, fell off backwards onto the tire. The motor was built into the tire, and I'm a big son of a bitch. I hit that tire with force when I had that seizure, and I folded the tire. All that I caught from that, there's supposed to be bass in there, and there's supposed to be trout. All I've caught from there are pike. I've eaten this year about 30 pike. I'm so sick of pike. Oh, I did eat a couple perch and bluegill, but yeah, I've been hunting a lot for grouse. I've taken a lot of grouse. I've also taken quite a few partridge. I've got a slingshot that I hunt for them. Uh, the bigger they get, the muddier they taste, and they're very bony. I'm not a big fan of pike, as is. So the way I like pike is I take this fillets that I take off of the fish. I leave the skin on it, and I scrape the meat off, and I macerate the meat. Oh, thank David Miller. Yeah, I don't know why that is. I think they're finally pushing me out in the algorithm. Yeah, well, that's why I macerate the meat. Like uh, almost turn it into like a ground beef consistency. Get all the bones out on both fillets. I add a fuck ton of spices. Like I spice the hell out of it with some chili powder, onion powder, garlic, salt, pepper, and maybe a handful of flour, just so it all binds it together. Make fish cakes. Then it's palatable for me. I'm not a big fan of the natural pike taste. To me, it's kind of muddy, and just the mouth feel of pike. It's too squishy for me. I like bass because it's got a little bit more bite. Oh no 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 no! I'll eat the pike. The pike are like huge. For you to keep it, it has to be at least 26 centimeters, 26 inches long. The smallest pike I've caught was 32 inches, and the biggest one I caught was 50. Well, Yoki Burrito OG. Cabin fever's a real thing. The first, I was up here for 5 weeks before I got my dog, and I didn't choose to get the dog. My neighbors kind of just said you got to get a dog because I was starting to go a little bit fucking crazy. I was cabin fever. I was losing my mind. There is a lot of isolation, even though I'm in a community. There is a lot of isolation, especially during the winter. You got to get a dog, and just having that extra life there, you'll do a lot better. It's your mental health will be that much better because of the dog. Oh, David Miller. I I love outdoor cooking more than anything, more than you can imagine. I love outdoor cooking. I actually prefer just walking in the woods, grabbing an armful of wood, throwing it in a pile, starting a fire, and cooking directly over that. There's so much more flavor in the food when it's not cooked under perfect conditions, when it's not cooked on a perfectly programmed stove, getting perfectly even heat on the perfect pan. It's neat when there are different textures on the one piece of, like, you grill yourself a steak right over the fire. The fire is uneven. There's going to be some nice crispy spots. There's going to be spots that aren't quite as crispy, or spots that have no crisp on it whatsoever. It's There's something different about it. There's something that really makes you feel in touch with that inner caveman kind of person. You want to, like, grab your clothes, rip it off, and bang your chest like a real man. Ow, that hurts. Ow. Just call myself a man and I punch myself so hard I hurt myself. Hi, Mark, how you doing? Yeah, Moose is having a great time too. Moose is trying to tell me something, and I know what she's trying to tell me. She's telling me it's time to throw her stick again. How are you? Oh, I'm staying warm now. I figured out all the problems with the heating and the cooling. They're keeping the place warm. So I got a generator. I've got the solar. There comes times where it's been cloudy for the last 7 days. This is the only reprieve from the storm we're gonna get. We've got another 5 days of snow coming, so there's gonna be no power coming in for the next 5 days. I got a generator. That generator does not start when it's -20. It does not start. I worked on it for a solid hour and a half trying to get it to start. So during the day, I've got myself a small camp stove to keep me warm. I can keep feeding that. But at nighttime, when you got to sleep, that thing burns out after like 5, 10, 15 minutes. So what do you got to do? Uh, Once there's no power, I can't run the heat that's built in. And -20, -25 is really freaking cold. Even indoors is really freaking cold. I needed another option that will work regardless of power. If I can't get the Jenny started, it's got to work. So I took time and I got it off of Temu, but I got myself a small supplementary propane heater. Yeah, it's basically a round buddy heater, but the one I've got is very propane efficient. I've been testing it out to keep the place warm. I run that on the lowest setting. I can also cook on top of it. No, it's propane. And running it on the absolute lowest setting, a 1 pound propane tank got roughly 21 hours in it. So what I've done is I've got 200-pound propane tanks. I'm not going to bring those in. Those are for the built-in heat. And I've got 2 30-pounders. I got to get the 2 30-pounders refilled very soon. Probably Monday. Definitely Monday. And run that off of that when I try to sleep. Cheesy cauliflower is pretty good too. But it just, trying to figure everything out and not die in the process. It's I had to figure something out really fast because okay, right around the 1st of November, We had the first bits of snow on the ground. It was a day after the Timmins trip. We had snow on the ground. And it's already been down with the wind chill to negative 30. I know you're not supposed to do that, but that's kind of exactly what I did too. That's exactly what I was planning to do. With the bathroom is always cold, so what I've done there is I I needed to find a way to keep the heat in a little bit better, so I've got those temporary Velcro pads all over the camper, and the other sides of it went onto blankets. Really nice Mennonite quilts I got from the thrift store for like $20. I got like 20 blankets, and they're these beautiful Mennonite quilts. I put the temporary Velcro up, and I have blankets all up on the inside, plus electric blankets on the floor so the moose's water doesn't freeze, and on the ceilings. And that there helps keep it a lot more insulated because, again, negative 20, once it's below that, the heat just gets sucked out. That helps it stay in a little bit better. No, I am not scared of the carbon monoxide. I've got there's a detector built into the camper. Plus, I've got a couple battery powered ones around. I know what you're saying. I thought about that, and I don't need to suffocate. I have a few of the carbon monoxide detectors. The dog was given to me. The dog was given to me. I was here for. You can definitely make a special request. The dog was given to me by the neighbor's friend. Just had a litter, and she's a mutt. She's a mix of Australian Shepherd and Dachshund. I just don't know where she is now. Yeah, but she's a really good dog. She is a very good dog, and yeah, you can make any request you want, Mark. And that is the snow. She has her shots. There's a vet just up the hill from me. Moose has her shots. One thing I won't do is not. I'm vaccinated. I'm not gonna get my dog vaccinated. I don't want her getting sick. And there are ticks and stuff up here. I want her to be protected from Lyme. There's the moose. Oh, yeah, that way. I remember that when I used to have the pig. I remember you saying something about me doing that when I first started throwing her pig for her. Go get it, moose. Uh, she doesn't know what happens. She's confused. Oh, she's got it. She figured it out. Nope. Let's go get some wood. Go find the stick, moose. You gotta find it. Oh, we'll just get this one. Try this again. Moose! Go get it. She doesn't look like either, honestly. She doesn't look like either. She's got her father's color, but her mother's long hair. And neither of their faces. You can get a tour of her out here, yeah, no problem. But, and I don't know how to put this. There's a reason why I choose to stream outside and do most of the stuff outside. And that's because I hadn't had a place to call home for quite some time. And it's one of those, in there is my home, and it's going to be my home for life. And it's my home, nobody else's. And that's a place I just don't want to share with everybody. But I'm more than happy giving you a tour around here. There's really not much to show. Snow, the cabin, I built that, woo. The neighbors, the solar, home, and we'll go for a walk down this way and we'll show you my woods. Ooh, a gray jay. Right there, in the tree. Let's go. The solar. The one is so... I've got to get some water to clean it off, but it got... there was freezing rain out. It took me 2 hours to chip all the ice off of these two. Didn't want to do it again for this one, so I used rock salt. That's where I do most of my streaming from. This is my setup. I got that from the dump. I need to fix it up. I really need to fix that up. And now we're going to go for a walk. Keep going, Moose. And next year, right where she's hanging out now, is over the winter we're going to be doing a lot of harvesting wood. And in that area where she is right now is where I'm thinking to build a log cabin. Come back, Moose, let's go. Oh, she knows. Come on, Moose, let's go. Come on, let's go. Watch this. Good girl. It is a decent setup. Honestly, I used to have one more panel. I damaged my system originally. I had to get a new charge controller and everything because I'm an idiot. User error. You're not supposed to mix panels from different manufacturers in the same chain on the same charge controller. So I burnt out a charge controller and a panel. These are only 100-watt panels as well. They're eco-worthy. They work okay. Realistically, I need to add 6 more of those panels to the system and another charge controller for me to be able to charge my system in 5 hours with sunlight. Fully. That would be optimal, would be that plus a wind turbine would be my optimal setup. But unfortunately, $200, $600, $700, $800, $900 for the panels and the charge controller. plus $200 and $300 for the wind turbine and the wind turbine charge controller. Another $100 for all the wiring I would need. That's $1,200 to $1,500 that I just don't have. I've got the batteries. I've got the battery storage for days. Like the storage, I've got 400 amp hours. I've got four 100 amp hour LiFePO 4 batteries connected to parallel or... But okay, guys, I'm really sorry to do this. But as I was saying, I've been waiting for my neighbors to get his butt down here because I wanted to go to town to try and fill some of my water jugs. I see him coming down the road right now. I'm going to have to let you guys go, get her cleaned up, I'll get all the snow off her, and get her inside for the day. Take care, Mark. Take care, everybody else as well. Love y'all. But I have to get water, and I got to get her cleaned up. Bye. See you in the next one. A couple days.